All right, joining us now is Tracy Walder, NewsNation national security contributor, also former CIA officer and FBI special agent. Tracy, thank you so much for talking to us about this. So again, you're a former agent. What is your reaction when you hear about these attempted land grabs or these actual land grabs by China, and then particularly when it comes to these small U.S. towns?
Well, thank you so much for having me, Nicole. It's really great to see you. I think the biggest issue that comes to mind here, look, I realize that we do not exist in a vacuum. We live in a global society, we live in a capitalist society, and we do have foreign investment and foreign companies that come in here, and we welcome that. But the problem is, especially what I'm seeing, is the proximity of a lot of these to some of our Air Force bases. You've got Fort Campbell in Kentucky, which was only about 12 miles from where they were looking at building this corn milling plant. And some of them have posed such a national security risk in terms of where the Chinese were looking to purchase this farmland or build these factories that the government has actually stepped in and said, no, this is too close for our comfort. And that's what I find to be the most problematic in all of this is the location. And part of me is concerned that they're purposely looking at small towns for exactly, the person that Brian interviewed said is that they don't have the funds and the power behind them that the federal government has to really do full-fledged investigations into these companies.
So Tracy, I mean, that's the follow-up to that then. So you do think that there's strategy, behind where the Chinese are purchasing or attempting to purchase these properties, these investments. It's not just a coincidence?
Look, like I said, I'm not an alarmist. I'm known for being pretty pragmatic and pretty logical about how I look at things. But the reality is if we look at all of the facts and we look at all of the proximities and we look at the fact that China has actually tried to do this before back in 2017. And at that point, the FBI actually stepped in and said where they were purchasing it was a national security risk. I have to take the totality of all of that and look and see and say that these are too many coincidences, in my opinion, and that's starting to add up to a pattern.
All right. So then if there are too many coincidences, as you say, how concerned should the average American be? I mean, let alone the people who are living in these communities.
Look, it's a slippery slope, right? We don't want to infringe on anyone's rights in this country to be able to do business, on foreign governments to be able to legally do business here in the U.S. I'm not saying that we need to do that, but I do think that local city councils really do need to be aware and have a vetting process in place to go through some of these companies, because some of them really do bring very much a value-added benefit to these communities. They bring hundreds of jobs, and that's understandable. Right now, there are bills through individual states going through and banning certain countries from being able to purchase farmland. And I think that that's a good step. But I do think we need to be allocating more funding to some of these local city governments to be able to do the proper vetting.
And because of it, because sometimes you do need that focus locally. But do you think that there needs to be more focus by the federal government on these types of local, particularly small town transactions?
I agree. I actually do think so, Nicole. I agree with that. And quite frankly, right now, this is something that both sides, from a partisan perspective, actually are agreeing on. And there is bipartisan support for a bill that is moving through Congress right now to ban some countries. So countries like North Korea, Iran, China, Russia, countries that we have precarious relationships with, from being able to purchase these large swaths of farmland. So I will be interested to see how that pans out. And I do think that's much needed for some of these city governments.
All right. Well, NewsNation national security contributor Tracy Walder, we always appreciate your insight. Tracy, have a great weekend.
Thank you. You too, Nicole.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.